Despite her efforts to boost the WNBA's popularity, Caitlin Clark has faced intense bullying, physically, mentally, and emotionally. From veterans to rookies, she's been relentlessly targeted. This has caught the attention of WNBA fans and NBA superstar Steph Curry. You won't believe his reactions to Caitlin Clark's mistreatment. The rise of the Indiana Fever's guard in the WNBA has been nothing short of revolutionary. The Caitlin effect on the league is undeniable. Beyond her talent, Caitlin's impact has been historic. There are now talks of a new media deal worth $200 million per season with an additional $60 million possible. Currently, the league's deal is only $50 million per season, marking a 300% increase. The recent WNBA All-Star Game also showcased the Caitlin effect, with fan voting up 600% from last year and viewership numbers set to be record-breaking. Last year's All-Star Game drew an average of 850,000 viewers and peaked at 986,000, the highest in 16 years. This year's game surged to an average of 3.44 million viewers, a staggering 146% increase from the previous record. It's clear from these numbers that Caitlin Clark is not just the WNBA's brightest star, but the biggest in the league's history. Being a star isn't just about name or privilege, it's about raw talent, and Caitlin has that in spades. Her exceptional skills are causing envy and, regrettably, leading to bullying both on and off the court. Off the court, Caitlin Clark has faced unwarranted criticism from sports analysts and veterans trying to undermine her achievements. Fox Sports' Joy Taylor falsely claimed on national TV that Caitlin was unknown until Angel Reese's famous taunt in the 2023 NCAA Championship game. We were not talking about Caitlin Clark before Angel Reese walked up to her, did this "you can't see me" taunt, and pointed to the ring. This is not my opinion. I lived it. I watched it. I was recorded. It was broadcast live. We were not talking about Caitlin before that moment, Taylor said. Meanwhile, sports journalist Monique Judge labeled Caitlin as the white damsel in distress in the WNBA and took a subtle swipe on Twitter, posting, "Caitlin is the Taylor Swift of women's basketball. No, I will not elaborate." Off the court, Caitlin Clark has faced harsh criticism, but on the court, reality is even harsher. Since her pro debut, Caitlin has endured relentless physical attacks. She's been targeted by both veterans and rookies, suffering from shoves
and Clark. I mean, that's clear, which was called. The question is, will they call it unnecessary? Kennedy Carter.
Elbows.
All of a sudden, we're pretty close. This has been as close as it's been all second quarter long, 44.
And full body hits.
One, which it probably should have been upon review, at least by our account. This, you could have gotten Reese for a personal, but can also see that being a no call.
Whether driven by jealousy or fear, the aggression she faces is palpable. The bullying is so severe that even the NBA has taken notice, with stars stepping forward to weigh in, including some you might not expect to speak out about the WNBA. Determining whether the aggression towards Caitlin stems from jealousy or fear is tough, but the fact remains that she's facing relentless bullying. The situation has drawn so much attention that even the NBA has taken notice, with stars, including some unexpected names, stepping up to comment on the issue and bring it to the WNBA and media's attention. The NBA reacts. Caitlin Clark's bullying, both on and off the court, hasn't escaped the notice of NBA players who have rallied to her defense. LeBron James, who faced his own struggles when drafted at 18, is among those speaking out. LeBron understands how media scrutiny can become intensely personal and how veterans might attack rather than appreciate your talent. Even Michael Jordan and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar didn't initially recognize his potential when he entered the NBA. LeBron had publicly defended Caitlin Clark, condemning her bullies. He's rooting for her to thrive in the WNBA and believes her presence is vital for raising the profile of women's basketball. "The one thing that I love that she's bringing to her sport, more people want to watch, more people want to tune in. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it all effed up. Caitlin Clark is the reason why a lot of great things are going to happen for the WNBA. I'm rooting for Caitlin because I've been in that seat before. I've walked that road before. I hope she kills, LeBron said. Kevin Durant, another NBA superstar, has also voiced strong support for Caitlin Clark. The four-time scoring champ highlighted Caitlin's exclusion from Team USA for the 2024 Olympics. Durant believes Caitlin's success in the WNBA is shining a spotlight on other stars like Aja Wilson, and asserts that if Caitlin keeps performing despite the critics, she won't be overlooked for long. Additionally, 2015 NBA All-Star Jeff Teague has weighed in, calling Caitlin's bullies stupid and condemning their behavior. Recently shared NFL Hall of Famer Shannon Sharpe's views on Caitlin's bullying in the WNBA. Sharpe condemned the bullying, arguing it's unjust given Caitlin's role in drawing attention to the league. He pointed out that Caitlin's impact even helped Aja Wilson, a two-time MVP, secure a shoe deal. It's unnecessary and it's uncalled for, Sharpe declared. Longtime UConn head coach Gino Auriemma has also weighed in on Caitlin Clark's bullying, drawing a comparison between her impact and that of NBA legends Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, and Magic Johnson. I don't remember when Jordan entered the NBA, opponents targeting him to beat him up, Auriemma said. I don't recall Bird and Magic facing attacks just for elevating the NBA. Why are you blaming her? It's not Caitlin's fault that she's getting attention. If you could trade places with her, you would in a heartbeat. So why complain about her success? Former NBA star Matt Barnes voiced his concerns about Caitlin Clark's bullying by criticizing her teammates and coach for not protecting her. Barnes highlighted that Caitlin has been beat up, hard screens, elbows, knocked down throughout the season. He expressed frustration that despite being a superstar, her team and coach have allowed the bullying to escalate without intervention, which he finds unacceptable. I've seen a few players smirk when she's knocked down and barely make an effort to help her up. You're supposed to protect your star player, Matt Barnes said. While many NBA stars have defended Caitlin Clark, one notable figure who had remained silent for a while has now spoken up, the player she's often compared to, Steph Curry. Steph finally reacts. Caitlin Clark's game has often been compared to Steph Curry's due to their exceptional shooting skills from beyond the arc. It's no surprise that Steph discovered they share the same release time and range. Curry has consistently praised Caitlin's talent, even defending her from comparisons to himself. He believes such comparisons diminish her unique abilities and brilliant floor leadership. After remaining silent for some time, Steph has now addressed the bullying Caitlin has faced in the WNBA, expressing his deep appreciation for her contributions to women's basketball. When she shows up, the seats are filled and there's a different energy, Curry said. Steph addressed the bullying by acknowledging that while competition is part of the game, it's unjust for Caitlin to be targeted unfairly when her sole focus is to play. He encouraged her to stay focused, ignore the distractions, and continue playing, assuring that eventually she won't be overlooked. However, Steph and other NBA stars aren't the only ones speaking out about the bullying. According to one user, "What I've come to hate are all of these people hating on Caitlin Clark and discussing the apparent bullying when all Caitlin has done is play basketball. Not a complaint from her. She's way more professional than just about any other person in the WNBA." Another user commented, "The players who stand up for Clark are actually those who love the game and the talents within." If you enjoyed this video, the next video on your screen is worth your time.